Hey, welcome back. This is Archerdragon here, and today I'm gonna show you the tutorial of how I made my Subway Surfer minigame in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So for those who don't know me, since it's my first time on Twitch, I've been doing minigames for quite a while now on YouTube. Well, even before YouTube, I was doing them since I was like, I think in middle school. I started with the simple ones, the tic-tac-toe and Connect 4 and those small games, and then from there I went to Redstone minigames, then with commands, and now 2023. It's right here. So anyways, this is Archerdragon. This is the minigame I made. I'm going to show you a quick run through. This is a 2-player minigame, but just for this video, I'm just going to show you how to game mode S. Let me just reset it, delete all the stuff in my pockets. Or my inventory, my bad. And then let me show you this game starts. So let's imagine it's 2 players. I'm going to be, for this occasion of this video, I'm going to be the player. Someone's gonna be the cop. Cop puts his stuff on, presses this button, he becomes a cop. I press this button, and I'd rather not have like clothes for this one since I want to have my skin. This is my Archerdragon skin, and this is how the game starts. So you know how in Subway Surfers, you turn back, you whistle, or something like that happens, and the game starts. Well, you can't really run that side, or get on top of here, or even go back that side because the cop's there, right? So what you do is, it's like the little tag he does. You press this button. Once you press the button, you're able to run this side. The way that works is there's some barrier blocks below it that get deleted, and then these are the coins. Since you're the player, you're the only one that will get the coins. If you miss one or whatever, don't worry, the cop is not gonna be able to get them. And on your second run through, you can be able to pick them up. Also, there's saturation commands down below that basically remove the hunger effect, so they give you some saturation. Oh, I could have died right there, but basically you can run forever in this game. You won't get hungry or exhausted or whatever. And then you see there's coins in the bottom and coins in the top. Well, it's because there's 2 options. So in the game, there's once you finish the whole game, like all 4 levels, basically you start back from the second one, and you continue way back up, and then keep going that back, and always keep doing that every single time you start. And the reason why you want to do that, so all the coins that you didn't get at the first round, well, you're going to be able to get them in the second round. And the point of the game is get as much as coins as you can before you get caught. Right now, you obviously have 30. I have 30 on. I think I missed like 4 or 5. But those are in the bottom section. So for here, you really have a speed boost. And then you could jump over this part. And then, oh, I actually made that. And then, I'm just going to make this one. The hardest one is this orange jump. It's the hardest one. Once you get that one, you could get most of them. And then here's the other one on the left side. Next turn, I'll go on the right side, and it's a pretty fun game. You could either go around them or just jump over. But sometimes you jump over them, there's a possibility you don't actually make it over. Like there, I jumped way too soon, and oh, I was in my other video I made. It was actually a lower quality, so I deleted the video. I never explained this whole thing. I said there's a bit of holes in the ground, but actually, what was I saying? But yeah, this is basically a run through. This is the subway part. I tried making it a bit different so it won't all look the same. I was actually thinking of what they call I was actually thinking of putting like a Tokyo or like a Chinese type of level, but like the world looks a bit different. But yeah. Also under these brown mats or rugs, there's the honey blocks, and the reason why they're there is because if you run on this side, obviously you can't run as fast as running on this side. She took the other side. But there's no cops, so let's go on this side now. So basically you grab the ones that you basically missed, or the ones that you had an option to go left or right. For example, instead of going up, you gotta go down now to get these bottom ones, and then so you could get 100. 100 is basically the goal, but you could obviously get more. If you get more than 100, well, that means that either the cop is not really good at following you around, or you're just really that good, maybe, Anyways, this is basically the run through of the minigame. This is already round 2 of the second level. And wait a second, and let's go for this other one. And these 2 spawn, so you're gonna get more than 100 if you. Oh, I missed. Dang. All right, well, that's enough for the game. Game mode 2. Oh no, 1 creative. Alright, so now let's just kill everything. But once he touches you, /kill at E, Creative. I forgot, my bad. Basically, you get sent over here, and when you're near this cloud, everything gets deleted. So everything that's here, let me just show you this. Okay, let's say those are the freaking they all landed in groups. Anyways, when you get close to this, watch, see what happens. They all get deleted. The reason why that happens is because of this command. And let me might as well show you all the commands that are inside here. It's just these 5, and it's better to show you with this thing right here. So these are command blocks with all radius on them. So for the first one, this is test for anything that's in any entity, which would be a player or even a dog or whatever, that's in a radius of 6. And when this one gets activated, so like we found Archerdragon, you go far away, it's not found. So you know they found you. This lights up. You go far away, they don't find you. This is because you're not in radius of 6, right? So 6 would be here. But when you're here, you're always found. No matter what part of this part you are here. Somehow this is just 6 blocks. Although I think it's more. But you know, just in case, let's just put no, that's probably too much. 7. Because I do know that I used to have like 10 or something, and somehow it reached you all the way over here, which made no sense since it's more than 10. It takes a little while. It's not obviously super fast, so even though it detects you, it takes a little while. Anyways, so that detects you, and then when this one gets activated, this one spawns, which is basically /Q at anything or any entity that's not in the radius of 9, because R by itself means anything less than 7, and this RM equals outside of 9. So anything that's outside of 9, so remember the blocks I was showing you, when you come on this side, they get deleted. That also works with the player. Oh, let me show you the rest. This one, it removes the tag of anyone in the radius of 7 that is player. So when the game ends, you don't want to have to keep the same tag, because let's say you want to be a cop next, or you want to be a player again. But just in case, when you lose and you come back up here, you're gonna have your tag that it gave you, it's gonna get removed. This one, it removes the tag of a cop. This one removes anything in your inventory. So the fact that anything in radius of 8, clear. Wait, no, my bad. The effect is clear. So basically, if you have jump boost because you were a cop, so let's go here for a cop. You see I have a jump boost right now. Or let's say you were running and now you have speed because of the corners. Well, now when you come back here, poof, it gets deleted. Pretty simple. Let's put this thing here. Oh, gotta remove that letter A or else it's not gonna work no more. And I think this is how I had it before. I don't know why those were there. Anyway, so that's a little cloud, basically the resetting cloud, you know? So that's what happens when you get touched. But now, how do you become a player or a cop? For a player, it's pretty simple. You press this button, it's just these 2 commands, kind of. You might say kind of, because these 2 commands are primarily for teleporting the player to this location, which is between these 2 border blocks. This is the reason why the player can't leave this little section, so he presses that button. And it tags the player with, it tags the one that presses this button. Oh shoot! It tags it with the tag player, tag add player, add player. So now that you have the tag of player, I keep getting the tag of cop because I'm passing by this thing. You don't supposed to when you're a player. It just teleports you outside of that. You get these commands to your favor. So basically, for every single, I call them levels, but they're like, let's just say like World 1, World 2, World 3, and World 4 is the underground subway. There's an orange line between them, which means both of these share the same line of commands, which is this one. It's for the cops, so I'll show you in a bit. This is for the cop, I'll show you in a bit. That's for both of them. This is a effect at awe, saturation 30 for 5 true. This 35, 30 and 5, not too important. It is important as the reason that is it makes you not go hungry and impedes you from running, you know. But the numbers don't really matter because I have 530. But when you go way out here, it's not 530 no more. I have like some random friggin' numbers. I have 5 and 10. And when you go to the second orange bar, this one has 50 and 10. So just give yourself some saturation. I'm pretty sure there's a right math for it, like how much you should be getting. But it's kind of random. This is 10 and 10. You know what I mean? It's basically saturation 10 for 10 seconds. The other one's 50 seconds. The other one's, I think it was like 20 seconds. I forgot how much it was. Doesn't matter. It just gives you saturation so you won't go hungry, you know? And that's almost it for the thing. Also, there's these commands that come in 3, which are for the armor stand. Let me go where the armor stands at. Boom. Okay. Whenever there's an armor stand, these 3 commands are gonna, they're always active, so they're gonna be looking for them, right? So it's gonna replace the entity, or replace the item for an entity. What entity is it? So add any entity with type. Type equals armor stand. Make sure this underscore is here, or else it's not gonna work. And then space slot dot or period weapon dot main hand space 1 space gold underscore block. Exactly like this. If you don't put this 1 or you miss the dot, which I always do, I start freaking out like, oh shoot, why is it not working? Why is it not? And I go one by one and I read it multiple times, and then I notice that there was a dot here, or there was a dot on this one, or there's a 1 here. So it's very important you write this one exactly down how it is. I'll tell you why in a second. Pretty sure you already like know what it is, but we should go through it. So slash effect. Second one is add entity. Type equals armor stand. Make it invisible for 1, because you know how sharpness is sharpness 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And invisibility, there's only 1 type of invisible, which is invisibility. You don't get more invisible after invisibility. 1. And then you put 1 true. 1 true is basically the amount of seconds, and true means, you see how I have a jump boost, and you could tell I have a jump boost because I have the little squiggly lines coming out of, like the potion effect, little spring rolls. I don't know what they're called. The little bow things. Or if you put true at the end of it, it removes them. I like it on for the cop because you got a visual indicator that you could jump, even though there's a freaking arrow on your right corner. You press Z, they're right here. Anyways, you put true and it removes that. And this last one is also kind of long, so slash execute as an entity. So add entity, but what type of entity is going to be the one with the tag equals player, and then at self, so wherever it's at, positioned anywhere. So tilde, 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 or squiggly line, squiggly line, squiggly line, what I usually call it. And then it's gonna run a command, and the command is kill at anything, but it's supposed to be a type. Type equals armor stand, so it's gonna kill any armor stand that's in a radius of 1. The only thing that, since it's at entity type equals armor, sometimes it kills the player, even though you tell it that only armor stands, it sometimes kills players. So you won't kill yourself. What I do is just after radius of 1, I put a comma. It's your commas, okay, after every single thing. So type armor stand, comma, radius equals 1, comma, type equals exclamation point, exclamation mark, player, which means not player. So it does not kill players. So this what this does is whenever there's an armor stand, it turns invisible instantly. It gives it a gold block on his weapon hand, which is the hand that you're using to interact with, and is also making it for when I touch it. Oh, I'm bad. When I touch it, oh wait, I'm not a player, so that's a fat neck. Look, let's turn to a cop. Let's turn to a, what is it called, a player. Let's go here so we can reset my cop thingy. Press the player 1, and now I'm a player. So now that I'm a player, I'll just place one right here. Look, F5. When I touch it, it breaks. Oh, that kind of didn't show you much. Like this. See, it just breaks it. So it breaks it, and since obviously it's just in the air, you just pick it up. Let's put this back up here. Same thing to the one right there. Oh. There you go. Okay. No matter how much they are, you just go touch them. I should have done this for the Pac-Man game. I don't know why I didn't do this, but the little lights is pretty cool. Anyways, talking about the Pac-Man game, I'm talking about YouTube video I posted like a month ago on YouTube, Archerdragon. You should go check it out. But anyways, not right now. Where was I at? So this command blocks, you gotta keep repeating them in this orange block I was talking to you about, because they have a radius, and after a certain amount of radius, like if I grab this armor stand and I place it way out here, it's not gonna happen. Look, regular. But if I get closer, okay, get closer to that one. That's the closest one. Now it does have it. This one does have it. This one does have it. This one does have it. That one doesn't. And if I come this far, oh look, there's probably one over there. I forget where I place them, but anyways, let's pick them up like this. And yeah, so you have to keep placing these all over again. And if you know how structure blocks work, it's be way easier, because you just write them once, like I did right here. You put this here, you save it, you put the name gold, and now on this giant orange thing, you know what I should have done? Should have picked up one of these. So let's say somehow you don't think it's gonna happen here, like it's too far from every single command block. You could literally just place it here, put load. I think it's called coin. Oh no, not coin, my bad. It's called gold. I put load, and look, break this, break this, I put this to indicate it's a gold one. And now the same command blocks I talked about. Place the item, turn them invisible, and make the player touch them, or grab the gold block. Now, how do the gold blocks get there? Well, when you press this button, let's break this thing right here. You place this button right here. These obviously turn invisible because of this right here. I'll show you in a bit. But this redstone is gonna start running, and it's gonna start touching these. Like it touches down right there, and it's gonna touch down in a bit. There it touched. So when it touches these, obviously I'm pretty sure you guessed it, it spawns a armor stand wherever it's at. So tilde tilde tilde, but this tilde has a 9 because it's X, Y, and Z. So now wherever this is, this block's at, 9 blocks above it is gonna place an armor stand. This 125 is really important because it's orientation. The reason why you want to know what the orientation of a block, especially armor stands, is because how you probably would have guessed it. Let me put this over here. If I place an armor stand, you see how it stands like this, right? But if I move this side, now it's aiming a different hand. What you want is, if this is the center of your line and you want this gold block to be centered, you don't want to just place them, because then look, it's just gonna have, it's gonna be basically, this block is more towards this block than this one. So you want to be like, if you looked at them like this, which now when you add the block, it's still too far. So what you gotta do is, like, if it's, I think it's like this, there you go. And now you see how it's centered. Now when you're inside here, I forgot to die instantly. There you go. You basically want to have a rotation of 125, so they won't be on the edge of a block. They'll be centered. Hopefully that made sense. That's what the 125 is there. And then the height doesn't really matter. I have 7 here because I was having them all of them 7, but then I got bored of writing these down. So I actually went over here and I wrote 4 of them, but I put a 9 because why not, right? Put 9999. So now when I like this one, that one, whatever time I want coins to spawn in top, these have 9. And 125 is obviously the rotation. Just drink some water. Give me 1 second. There you go. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, that's why the 125 is pretty important, or else they're all gonna be like off. You know what I mean? Like instead of being centered, it's gonna look like this. Look. And look, I'm clicking the middle one, but if you obviously have this orientation, first they're better separated and they're pretty center. Are they 100%? No, but I just placed them, eyeball them. Not sure if that's 125 or not, but that's how I did it. Okay, so you probably already guessed it. Why I told you that button sets off these armor stands with the gold block. Now how does this get removed? Well, pretty simple. It's a gold block there. When you press the button, there's a pressure plate. This pushes it down. I think let's break that one. This one pushes it down. Let's place this now. And sorry. You press this down and this fills from -247.7, which is the coordinate, first coordinate, all the way to 844 minus 2 air. This is basically from this block right here all the way to this block. I think this one, or no, you know what, actually past this one. So it's actually up to this block. It turns into air. And just to prove you, it's up to that one. Look, I'm gonna place one that's outside of the thing and one that's inside. And let me put you this monstrosity right here. Can you press this button? Look. See? Oh. This is all out. And this one's out too. So this is what gets replaced then. Oh. Yeah, that. Oh, these are. Wait a second. Do they spawn all the way over there? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. These don't matter. I just have to change the coordinates on something. But this basically deletes them. And then what puts them back? Well, these do. These basically, when the block goes back up, fills this with border block and fills these with border block. Also, if you don't know, there's a lot of hidden blocks that Minecraft has, which is the slash. So you get them, give app player border underscore block. And in survival, if you grab this and you put like way underground, you make like a little box, and there's a player inside of here. The player can do anything he wants here. He could go as high as he can, like, but he won't be able to jump out because those are like the border of the world. It becomes the border of the world. Whoever's on, I think it's an adventure mode, even on creative, if you're not a operator, if you're just a member, you can't even, like when my friends join and they're creative, they can't even pass these. They get stuck in these border blocks because they can't even break them. Anyways, so those basically just, this fills the first line of border blocks. This is the second line, so 1 and 2, and one has a delay of 50 ticks, the other one has a delay of 40 ticks. That's so they don't just spawn right back, so it gives you some seconds to, you know, get the heck over here. Okay, so we talked about the player, the way this thing works, and the goat. Now for the cop. Cop's pretty easy. Let's come back here. You know, I'm gonna get rid of all the junk in my pocket, in my inventory. Keep calling it pockets. Okay, so here, chest. You put this thing on. You become the cop. Boom. All right. And then you press this button. This button, all it does is teleports you and structure loads. So let me show you how structure loads first. First teleport, you press this button, and now if you since it teleports you here, there's a command block here that it basically it makes you have a tag. So anyone radius of 4 gets a tag of cop. So this is the command. All right. So now you have jump boost. We'll go back here so Cloud could remove it. It's kind of annoying when you're not actually playing the game, you know. Okay, so but look, now it has it again. The reason why is because of this freaking command block right here. Structure load cop 0 -3921, which is basically this block. So I could actually break it. And if I still press the button, look at this. It's back there again with the stuff inside. And if you put more stuff, obviously the opposite is gonna happen. It's gonna delete it and just have what's inside. The reason why this, the way how this works, or the reason why this works, that's what you say, is because of this. So let me show you what this is. So structure block, it's another block that's hidden. You get it from slash give app player structure. There's structure void and structure block, but for this scenario, we're gonna want structure block. Let's say you wanna mimic what's inside this inventory. Let's just put some let's just say it's like a weapon one. For a minigame, you're probably making with a netherite sword, crossbow, a bow, and let's give it some arrows, right? Okay, so put it here, bow, crossbow, netherite sword, and some arrows. If you want this to be spawning every single time, so you know people won't steal all the inventory, all you do is just put one of these next door. You see how it kind of boxes in a certain area? I usually just put it right in front of it, and then look. Huh, it's glitching or something because it does not see that redstone thing. So let me break and put it again. It's glitching machine, but there's a command block. So let's do it a different way. Let's just say you want to make a happy face, right? Or not happy face, neutral face, right? You put this down here. You see the neutral face. You don't want to get the grass, right? So this side is 5. I mean, it's the X, which is the red one. This is the blue side, green side. Self-explanatory. I only want this happy face, right? So what I do is, this green is way too high. You see it's -1 because it's an offset. So if you just put this 0, it's gonna start it from here. But it's way too high. You don't want, you don't want all this. So you decrease the height of 5 to 1, and now it's flat. See, it's flat, but you also don't want this wasted space. So that would be the blue one. You could put if you put a 1, so 5 it will be a 6. It's way too high. Now it's 1 more and 1 more. So what you do is you go back to 5, or you know what, you actually go to 4, but there's an offset of 1. Now it's just a happy face. Now if you just call it 1 1 1 1 1, save. Whenever you're in the world and you want to load that happy face, put 1 1 1 1. Oh, I think there's one more 1. There you go. Here it is. You put load and boom, it loads what was in there. Same thing with any other item. Right now I don't know why it's glitching on me. Maybe because it was in a regular chest. It was what is it called? I don't need that command. Because it was what type of chest did I got? I got this one, trap chest, instead of regular chest. So if I put a regular chest and I put this one here, it's still glitching. Anyways, that's how you do it. You basically, you see this little block? That's this one, and it has this, right? And since I named it cop, whenever I press that button, where's that button? Oh yeah, what's this one? Whenever I press that button, this one right here, and it makes the structure that is called cop teleport in this location. That's how it gets this. Hopefully that teaches you something new today. Alright, so that's how you get the clothes back. Now how do you kill the player? So this one, you don't get a sword and you smack them when you get nearby, because I want them to get touched, not to be hit by distance, or else you'll be touched by like 5 blocks away and you could like get smacked. You know what I mean? So on this orange path, there's a set of commands, which is whenever there's a cop that has a tag, whenever there's a player with a tag of cop, you put jump boost, so jump underscore boost, obviously effect / effect first, 200 seconds, jump boost 2. So it's right here. Give jump boost 2 to Archerdragon for 200 seconds. Why 200 seconds? Because okay. Why jump boost 2? That's another reason. Because you want to jump over these. Let's say the player, you know how there's a certain section where you do parkour, and you're just trying to get to the player, you're not trying to do parkour, so you could just literally just jump over it. You don't have to go through these little stair things. You can miss it if you want, and just jump over these big ones, easy. That's why jump boost 2. Any more than jump boost 2, it just takes a lot to go back down. So that's this. For this is another command block for the cop, which is the killing, which is / execute as at a player someone that has a tag of cop. So only if you're above this block right here, you get that cop tag, right? And that allows you to be wherever you're positioned at. It runs another command, which is kill any player, or a tag that has a player. Keep confusing. Any player that has a tag that is called player with radius of 1, and you have to put this tag player radius of 1, because if you don't put this, you're gonna start killing yourself as soon as You'll be a cop. You just instantly start killing yourself until the game decides not to kill you, and then it just breaks. So make sure it has a tag of player. And these are throughout the whole map. So these three are, I told you, they're the gold one. This one gives them the gold block. This one's invisible. This one makes the player touch them. Here's again the one with the bedrock. That's for the cop, so go kill the player. Same thing over here. There's some bedrock right here. So this one is the execute. The cop kills the player. Radius of 1. And last but not least, the way you go from one level to another level. So when you're running, this happens, right? It starts you there. The reason why that starts you there is because of... There you go. Whoa, almost got too close. Okay, anyone that's in a radius of 4. So 1 is the top. 2 because you're in the top. 3, 4. So 2 blocks away from the top, from the, I guess, game. So from here to here, whoever's here gets teleported to that one spot. Don't copy this command because obviously, depending where you're making your world, this is probably not there. But for you, just from here to here, and then this changes depending on your world. And for here, the effect. Okay, so slash effect, anyone radius is 7. So before you even get, detected by this command that teleports you out of here, you already have a speed 50 for 50 seconds. So give speed 0. This is the first type of speed you get. And press Z. This speed. You don't put speed 1 because if you put speed 1, it actually gives you speed 2. So just put speed 50. So for 50 seconds, when you go here, you'll be teleported here and you'll have speed. So this level will be a bit faster than prior. Let me get these. Can I get these? I'm not a player. Never mind. Okay. Now how do these spawn? Because obviously those get triggered by the button. This button makes these coins spawn, but for these, it's a bit different. We have a pressure plate that matches with this. What is it called? I was gonna say racetrack, but this freaking train tracks. What thingy? I'm not sure what the hell it's called. Anyways, you press this button, and obviously it's gonna start spawning. Boom, and then the one over there. Oh, there you go. And then the one over there, and so on and so forth. So the way this works is self-explanatory. I think you should probably know how this works. Same thing as over there. There's this giant golden path. This one goes down, goes back up. These are all perfectly timed. So when you're running with speed boost 1, once you get here, these will spawn. So they could be spawning in front of you. You don't want them to be spawning behind you or right where you're here, because let's say you're running and you're here and they start spawning. Well, you're not gonna get this past one, this back one, right? So just make sure you have enough of these redstone repeaters. You see how these are all like, it slows it down and it goes fast, and it's semi-slow, then it's fast, and these are all slow, just so when you're running, they spawn right in front of you, because it looks pretty cool when they spawn, like the little animation when they drop. That's pretty cool. But that's basically it. For the bottom, it's just make sure there's saturation, kills the player, jump boost for the cop, makes armor stands be invisible, have blocks in their hands, makes the player touch them, and and get the material. These are just to spawn the coins. You don't have to have none of this golden track if you just don't have the game without the golden coins. You save yourself all this time. You just have to make these orange lines with certain set of commands, or you just put them on the floor. Screw it. So that does that. You gotta make sure they teleport you to the right place. It gives you another speed boost. This one over here, let me just run to this one, because that's speed boost 1, this is speed boost 2, I think that's speed boost 4. Let's go here. Yeah, look at my Z. Yeah, speed boost 4. So now obviously when you play the game, you're obviously gonna spawn with them faster, like before the things spawn, but it's okay. It just makes the game harder. You never have jump boost when you're a player, so that's only for the cop. And that's it. That's been the tutorial of how I made this minigame, or how this minigame works. Actually, not really much of a tutorial, it's just showing you how it works. The reason why it wasn't a step-by-step like my usual videos where I build one thing, I show you how you build it little by little, I make the minigame, is because it took so long to make this minigame work. everything was breaking. Command blocks, had to remake them like 20 times. So I'll be explaining how to make something, and then it wouldn't work, so I have to delete that. Then I started again and again and again. So I said, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna make a stream as soon as I finish, and the stream's gonna be just me explaining why does this game work. You know, how does the cop touch the player and kill them? How does it all restart? How do you get how do you go from one level to another level? How does the coin system work? What are they called? What are the levels I made? So all these levels, you can see the buildings, they're all copy pasted the same way how I showed you how I copy paste the command blocks, and how I did everything else. The only difference is I added a couple things. For example, right here on my left, there's that hospital that looks like the Pokemon Center, where you heal the Pokemon. I gotta fix that block. This is just a subway, because it's easier to make a subway than to make all those buildings. Even though I just made 2 chunks of subway, like this is one chunk, the second chunk, and I just copy pasted them without anything inside. And then obviously the obstacles and all these little train thingies, these are all just copy pasted. I just made them once, and you don't have to think about how to make them again. So anyways, this is Archerdragon. Hopefully you like this mini game. I know for sure it looks cool, but you should really attempt building this game, or I'm gonna try to figure out how the heck do I do a world download so you can just play the game. Hopefully you guys could have fun with it like I do. I'm gonna be playing it soon with my friends, so I can show you me playing the game. I'm pretty gonna beat them because I got the map kind of memorized, like where to jump, the timing and stuff, and they still haven't. So I'm gonna probably be the cop for the first few games, and show you how fun this game is. Anyways, this is Archerdragon, and I'm gonna be doing another mini game soon. It's gonna be either freeze tag or saving a villager from the zombies, or a pizza mini game that are in my YouTube intro over at obviously YouTube. I still haven't decided. I'm gonna probably be doing the freeze tag one, since I think I could make that one like without messing up. Like it's pretty straightforward, so I could probably just be building it as I stream and just edit out some parts later on, and that's it. Anyways, this has been Archerdragon, and hopefully you like this stream. This is my first stream that I'm actually gonna be keeping. So see you in the next one.